everybody. Components of computer vision is the topic of this lecture. We know very well that computer vision mimics computer human vision. Computer vision mimics human vision. The human vision capabilities are exploited by the computer, by the machine, that is called as computer vision. We know that in human vision or human visual system, human eyes and human brain, play a most important role. The information of real world, outside world, is captured by the sensors, which are human eyes, and the data is interpreted or information is interpreted by the brain. So the combination of eyes and human brain constitute human visual system. So all capabilities, sensing, understanding, detecting, interpreting, and knowledge development, all these abilities of human brain and human visual system are mimicked by the computer, by the machine, called as computer vision. We have discussed in last lecture an introduction of computer vision. In this lecture, we will highlight about what are the major components, what are the major elements, stages in computer vision system. The diagram which we can see in this slide is an interesting diagram, in the interesting picture that depicts human eye, which shows that the human eye captures the information, but those data and information are interpreted by the computer as numbers. Because when those images or videos are stored inside the computer, the data is stored in the form of pixel values, grayscale values, which are always some numbers. So in computer vision, we use sensors to capture and to collect the data, whereas in human vision, human eyes are used to sense the information. Human vision understands stimuli, physical excitation, some changes, some significant changes in the outside world. Similarly, computer vision understands numbers. So whatever it does, whatever it interprets, whatever operation it performs, almost all operations, processing, and components will be based on some manipulation of numbers. When we store digital images or when we store images inside the computer, it becomes digital. The moment we say digital, it has some pixel and grayscale value, which have some finite values. Subsequently, they are expressed in some binary numbers. This is one example. Which highlights that there are things, that there are persons, there are many objects surrounded. The car is surrounded. This automatic or driverless car is surrounded by a number of objects and even other vehicles. The person who is cycling, the person who is walking, there is another vehicle, there are buildings, so many other things are there. how does this automatic car, how does this driverless car identify and understand each and everything which is surrounding this car, and accordingly it moves in certain direction. When it finds that this is the correct path, where there is no obstruction, with the appropriate use of artificial intelligence, it moves an appropriate path with an appropriate speed. How does it do? How can it do? The capability of human visual system, the capability of manual driving car, everything is there embedded in this driverless car because of two things. Number one, sensor technology. There are hundreds of sensors which are installed fit in the car, all in all directions, in all the sides of car. Number two, artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, in fact, and sensor technology, these two are the most important components of computer vision system. So the computer controls, AI enabled, AI empowered computer controls the driverless car. Without assistance of any driver, it moves on certain path and roads with certain speed. If we look at this diagram, this picture, then we understand that there is a scene, there is an object, there is some picture, video, or any object. The object is detected, as I told you in the beginning, by cameras. And cameras are the devices, electronic equipments, where the most important part is a suitable type of sensor. So the sensors which are there in the camera will capture the light, and we have studied in the previous lecture that how an image is formed. There will be a source of light, natural source of light, outside is sunlight, or inside some building, room, hall, or house, or in-house, there will be natural source of light, but the light is necessary that illuminates the object. The amount of light which is reflected back by the object is the reason for the sensor can detect an image. And that data which is captured by camera goes to the computer, and then understanding starts. So in this picture also there are three important things. Number one, light source. Light source will provide a proper illumination to the scene or the object which we want to understand, which we want to interpret using computers. Second is the sensor. Sensors which are there in the camera. Camera will detect the scene or the object. And then the computer, which is not an ordinary computer, but is an intelligent device. It's not only a computing device, but an intelligent device. Why it's an intelligent device? Because appropriate machine learning methods, computer algorithms are run inside the computer that trains the computer. Computer learns by those algorithms, and then it interprets, it develops some knowledge base, and then it provides understanding and interpretation of the scene or the object which has been fed to the computers. Let's talk about one example. There is one input image. Look at the picture. There is a bowl where a number of fruits are there. So sensing device, which is a camera, which combines a number of sensors, senses this picture and sends to the computer. This computer is an intelligent device that can interpret, and therefore it can differentiate, it can make it out that the bowl is there where there are oranges, bananas, lemons, peaches, and the computer can understand and classify what are the objects, in a picture or in a scene. This is what is computer vision. So when we discuss about computer vision, something which commonly comes into our mind is image. We are talking about computer vision. What is common is images and videos. Videos are moving images, moving pictures, and images are static pictures, static images. So whether they're static and moving images, the processing, the operations of image processing will also be required in computer vision. Like when we read an image, when the computer vision detects an image, it goes to pre-processing, because we know that we can talk about any example driverless car which is capturing a real-time data. Maybe the road conditions are not very good. The environment is hazy. It's raining. So the data which is being captured even on real-time situations will not be of good quality. It's not of good quality so that it can be subjected to all further stages of computer vision and application. So therefore it has to be pre-processed. The pre-processing may perform a number of operations, right from removing the noise, making the images suitable for by maybe data formatting, data cropping, resizing, denoising. It will make the data suitable for further operation. Then comes, it's not future, it's feature extraction. We know that computer vision only understands features, but the feature extraction can become only appropriate and efficient when the quality of data, quality of image which is captured is good. So after pre-processing, feature extraction takes place. The features are subjected to segmentation, classification, synthesis, shape. From texture, we can determine shape of the object. We can determine dimension, area, perimeter, what type of structure it looks like. Then the classification result, then segmentation result, and the parameters, maybe statistical parameters which are related to perimeter, area, dimension, volume. They are subjected for post-processing, where exactly the features which have been extracted are classified, the classification results certain conclusion, certain outcome. For example, say in driverless car, captures the data, feature extraction takes place, features are classified, then it takes a decision that where is the road, in which direction the road is turning, where are the objects, how far the objects are, how far the obstructions are, how far the other vehicles are, how far the pedestrian and two-wheeler vehicles are there. All these decisions will be made as the post-processing. Let's talk about tumor detection. So entire tumor area will be segmented after feature extraction, classification, and segmentation. The different areas will be classified. Then in the post-processing, it will indicate how much, at what level cancer is there, if there is any cancer present in the tumor, at what stage the cancer is present, how much exactly is the area which is affected by some abnormality in medical image. There are numerous applications where we can understand that image processing and different stages of image processing play significant role in empowering the computer vision. If we look at this picture, another interesting picture, it highlights everything which is covered in computer vision. If you look at the central point, if I can use some pen, see here. If we select this central point, you see here computer vision, machine vision, and image processing. In fact, when we talk about computer, means something which comes in our mind is machine only. So machine vision is computer vision actually. But machine vision, that too image processing and combination of machine vision. Or we also can say that all three are interrelated. Machine vision, image processing, and computer vision. So you can see the intersection of all these three is the understanding, is the knowledge inference, is the knowledge development, is the expert system that assist the application of computer-based system, computer vision-based system. So computer vision, if you can see here, involves a number of things. Physics. What is physics? Optics part, sensor technologies. What type of sensors are there? What are the challenges in sensors? What type of sensors are used in which specific applications? Then comes imaging. Now there are smart cameras, smart sensors are there, which have inbuilt AI. It's a smart means it can distinguish what type of images are to be subjected, what type of images are to be fed to the computer vision or to the computer. The neurobiology, the nervous system like neural network kind of training is there. Then mathematics is hugely used. It includes statistics, geometry, optimization. Because when we discuss about feature extraction, a number of statistical features are used: mean, standard deviation, variance, and other parameters, other, the shape based, area based, dimension based, geometry based features are extracted. So mathematical analysis is very much used in computer vision. In all computer vision, image processing plays a significant role. I already discussed about this. And in image processing, there is an important statement. There is no general theory in image processing. So every day there is a challenge that we need to improve something. So there comes optimization, performance improvement, betterment. So optimization, once we talk about optimization, it involves mathematics, machine learning, cognitive vision. The cognitive vision and cognitive development and understanding is something which is possible because of machine learning, which empowers computer to learn, which empowers computers to train itself. And by training and learning itself, it understands the different features and accordingly develops some knowledge base that yes, this is how these features are, combined and correlated and interrelated together, and accordingly some decisions could be made, classification outcome can be made. Computer intelligence, AI, that is artificial intelligence, it's nothing but an expert system. Computer acts as an expert system and mimics the human brain. Robotics, these days robots are used in industrial automation, driverless car, remote sensing, navigation, in different applications. In healthcare, in surgery, the robots are used. So how these robots can perform? Because it has been trained. There is an AI, there is a computer vision, which makes the robots empowered to perform certain tasks while doing surgery, while operating surgery in healthcare or in medical image analysis. Signal processing, this is a most important thing. When we talk about computer vision, it deals with, it captures, it interprets, it understands a signal. So everywhere signal processing is involved, whether it is pre-processing, whether it is feature extraction, whether it is classification or post-processing, signal is processed by suitable operators, by using suitable operators, by using suitable transforms. So the signal processing is of non-linear and multivariable type. Linear as well as non-linear, but generally non-linear because the parameters may not vary linearly in any images. So non-linear signal processing models, multivariable models in a signal, one of the signal can vary due to a number of other variables, number of other parameters or attributes. So this particular picture is an interesting picture that depicts overall computer vision, which involves, you see, we also can say that these are the major stages and components: AI, machine learning, neurobiological system, optical system, signal processing, mathematics. All these are major components of computer vision. What is CV? Is the field of AI that aims at giving computers a visual understanding of the world. How does world look like? How does the data look like? The main aim is to emulate human vision using digital images, using three important components: image acquisition, processing, and analysis. From the real world, images are acquired, images are processed, and then understanding is developed. And according to understanding, certain decision making is made, certain decisions are made, certain decisions are the outcome. So this is something which is computer vision, which is a branch of artificial intelligence that makes, that empowers, that enables the computers as human visual system that can interpret, that can learn, that can train, that can develop some knowledge, and that can take some decisions. So when we talked about, there are components like image acquisition, processing, and analysis, that is understanding. We need to know what is image acquisition. This is process of translating analog world around us into binary data. And these are different types of cameras, you know, the MEMS based cameras, uh, which are these days. You cannot find the cameras as a big cameras or big sensors in the smartphones. They are MEMS based devices. So the different types of cameras, optics are there, which are used: embedded cameras, web cameras, digital cameras, consumer cameras, laser-based cameras. Different types of cameras and digital acquisition systems are there. What is the purpose? The purpose is to acquire good quality of real-time data, or good quality of data, good quality of images. Then comes processing. The processing includes a number of operations. It may include, like, you know, when we are interested in highlighting some edges, when we are interested in highlighting boundaries of some data, we are interested in contrast of some data, we are interested in any particular meaningful content of an image. So suitable image processing methods will be applied in order to extract whether they are segments, whether they are features, whether they are edges, whether they are boundaries, will be extracted, will be obtained using an appropriate image processing. Edge detection, segmentation, image classification, image recognition, feature extraction, pattern matching, object representation are all the parts. Color image processing, image enhancement, image restoration are all the important components which make as a whole image processing as a major component in computer vision. Then comes image understanding. You look at the picture that this is a person in the picture, this is a car, that the person is wearing helmet, the person is riding a motorcycle or motorbike or motorcycle. This distinction, this identification, how does computer do it? It has understanding capability, it has ability to interpret, it has ability to classify, capturing the data and classifying it. This is what is the third stage, which uses actually AI, machine learning, and all the modern soft computing methods, soft computing tools. The decision making using high-level algorithms, high-level computer algorithms, 3D scene mapping, object recognition, and object tracking. If there is any scene where we want to track certain object, when we want to track a movement of an object, movement of a car, movement of any object in a picture, in a video, it's all possible by interpreting the images suitably, appropriately. What are the emerging areas in computer vision? Robotics, I've already talked about. Human-computer interface, interaction and visualization, HCI, brain-computer interface, human-computer interface, where you interface human being, human brain with the computers, and whatever human brain thinks, whatever activities in which human brain is engaged, accordingly computer interprets the data from human brain, maybe in the form of some EEG signal, and the computer will generate some appropriate commands. And actually those commands are not generated by computer, those commands are driven by the human brain. So the human brain, the brain signals or brain waves are interpreted by the computer, and computer accordingly generates the commands to perform some appropriate task in a suitable application. In maybe robotic or human computer interaction. Motion recognition, augmented reality, right? That combines virtual reality and the actual thing. Augmented reality, autonomous car, driverless car. Driverless car is the wonderful example, wonderful application of computer vision. How a driver without any assistance of a driver, how a car without any assistance of a driver drives on the road smoothly, that too with a good speed, without averting the accidents and crashes. Domestic and service robots these days in medical field, in health services, in healthcare, robots are used in different hospitals to serve medicine and to for service providing purpose in the for patient care and other applications in healthcare sector. Image restoration such as denoising, that the quality of image can be improved intelligently, smartly by using computer vision. Of course, in computer vision, there are major challenges. If the data is noisy, if the data is incomplete, computer vision, the most important thing is the data. If the data over which everything is based, feature extraction, pre-processing, classification, analysis, understanding, knowledge base, everything is depending on data. If the data quality is not good, if the data which was captured was not complete, it did not carry complete content or information, the entire analysis made by the computer vision might be wrong, might be inappropriate. So this is a major challenge. Real-time processing. See, when I talk about driverless car, why driverless car requires deep learning kind of machine learning method? Because it has to deal with real-time data. So when real-time data is there, real challenge is there actually in working with real-time data. Real-time data may be noisy, hazy, its quality is not good, and huge amount of data. Another problem is huge amount of data is just coming. In the real-time application, you have to understand, computer has to interpret the data and have understanding, to develop, to build an understanding and provide some decision making capabilities. So that's the challenge. Limited resources, power, memory are the limited resources. Huge dimension. Dimensionality is a big problem. We need to use a number of devices, number of equipments, power consumption is there. Huge dimensionality I have already spoken about. Robustness. Robustness is a all-time challenge in image processing. Why I'm calling image processing, why I'm saying image processing? Because image processing is the most important component in computer vision. There is no general theory, there is no robust theory in image processing. Whatever is developed today, in next maybe probably 5 minutes or next 1 minute, there will be modified version of that algorithm or a method. So there is no robust approach that could be applied in a general purpose applications in image processing. That's a real-time challenge. I also was talking about smart cameras. Smart cameras are also used. Smart camera is also an essential part of computer vision. Smart camera has a single embedded image sensor, which has interpreting capability also. Therefore, it's called as intelligent or a smart camera. Multi-camera vision system require a separate component for image processing. It might have probable image processing ability as well. The ability to deploy multiple sensors increases the versatility of each system and allows it to collect more visual data. If more number of, like in driverless car, hundreds of sensors are there. In our ordinary smartphone, it has 22 sensors. 22, more than 22 sensors are there. One for navigation, one for guiding, one for sensing, one for the environmental monitoring and so on, one for pattern matching. And more than 20 or more than 22 sensors are there in ordinary smartphone. So multiple sensors are there. So it increases, it makes the device versatile. In all, wide environmental conditions or robust environmental conditions, the cameras can capture the data and can subject it to the further processing. Sensors and cameras are not very different because sensors are essential, most integral part of camera. So when we discuss about sensor, resolution plays important role. Whether the resolution has been appropriate. If the resolution is poor, the quality of pictures which are sensed, the quality of images which are sensed will be poor. And if a poor quality or poor resolution pictures are applied to the image processing and computer vision system, the analysis will hamper, might not produce appropriate understanding, result. I'm sorry. The higher the resolution, more the data system can collect and more precisely it can measure the changes in the environment. But there will be definitely something has to be sacrificed. If you want higher resolution, more data will be there. If more data is there, so probably the processing will accordingly increase. More data means more processing, which can limit the system speed. If there is more data, more processing will be involved. Large amount of processing, which will increase which will affect the speed of processing as well. So monochrome, for example, monochrome cameras provide faster, easier processing than color cameras. But as far as color cameras, the fine details can be, better resolution can be obtained using color sensors or color camera. But the problem is, what is the problem? The problem will be high dimensionality is involved. So when high dimensionality is involved, so what will happen? It will also demand for more processing and the speed will be affected. Since computer vision involves sensor technology and image processing, so lighting plays an important role. If poor lighting is there, poor illumination is there, then the computer vision doesn't perform well, and therefore the lighting is crucial component, crucial factor in capturing the data. There must be proper lighting, backlighting, or front lighting. Accordingly, all details can be highlighted properly. So environmental conditions related to lighting, related to illumination, related to pose, an appropriate pose in which an object has to be captured, an object has to be detected, that also matters. There are two approaches generally in the computer vision. One is bottom up, second is top down, bottom up and top down. Like there is an automatic number plate recognition. This is also called as automatic license plate recognition. All right. So this is a bottom up approach by which passing the visual information, and then we develop a knowledge base. We acquire some number plate information, then it starts processing, then extract some features, then classifies the data. Some machine learning and AI will be used in order to train the data, and so on. Then at top level, the decision will be made and the plates will be recognized. The system is to understand the ages and other informations are detected, and accordingly number plate will be identified. The top-down approach The top-down approach applies background knowledge to generate an understanding from an observation. There is an example like deep learning, especially see in a driverless car, deep learning, which is image is broken down into subcomponents and understanding of fragmented information is obtained. Like, in a driverless car or in an application where deep learning is there. So the entire information is captured and then it is fragmented into small details, and those small details, so it's a kind of top down approach. So the top down and bottom up approaches, there are two approaches used in computer vision. This is what is the deep learning approach. We'll have a separate lecture on deep learning, but since we are talking about component of computer vision, so I thought of including it. It's a deep learning where you can see that there are a number of layers, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. The simple difference between ordinary neural network and deep neural network is, in a deep neural network, there will be more and more number of hidden layers. Because if in ordinary neural network, if we increase the number of hidden layers, the processing time becomes huge in days, months, in years. You cannot wait for years and months to understand the data. So therefore, deep learning overcomes that difficulty, and there are important phenomenon which take place inside the deep learning, like pooling. Pooling is a process, then convolution filters. By convolving a number of feature set, some of the features are pulled and there is sharing, and the common features are again forwarded and then again pulled and subjected to convolution filters. We'll separately discuss with the deep learning. So when we talk about computer vision, especially computer vision, deals with images and videos, and more importantly, with videos. With videos, the data, the amount of data, the processing involved will be huge, will be large, and therefore, in such situations, in such applications, deep learning is highly recommended. And in those applications where computer vision is playing its role, deep learning has to be used as an important machine learning approach. So these are the major components in a computer vision. I mean, image acquisition, sensors and cameras. I mean, this is, we can say, a summary of components of computer vision, which includes a system for image acquiring, sensors and cameras. Then comes pre-processing and signal processing, because the data which are captured, the data might not be of good quality, might not be suitable for further stages, further components of computer vision. Therefore, the data has to be pre-processed. Then appropriate signal processing, maybe filtering, converting into transform domain, and so on. Mathematical operations are to be performed. So signal processing will come into picture, segmentation, feature extraction, classification, and then comes, based on classified data, based on segmented data, based on the number of features, suitable number of features extracted, the post-processing will take place. I have given the example of post-processing, that how does post-processing help in medical image diagnosis, in the detection of cancer, in the detection of tumor, in guiding the driverless car into appropriate path with the appropriate speed, in the robotics, in the industrial robotics, where robots can perform all tasks which ordinary human being or ordinary industrial expert can perform in the industry. So this is what is the post-processing. Machine learning and AI, most significant components. Machine learning and AI actually empower the computer vision, to understand, to develop knowledge base, to interpret something, and to provide decision making. So the brain, the learning, the training and learning part, and developing knowledge base part of the computer vision is attributed to machine learning and artificial intelligence. And of course, in computer vision, every day, every hour, every after an evolution or a development, there comes next with better result, with better performance. So there is always a scope for improvement of all the processes, all the processing which are used in computer vision. And this is why suitable optimization methods are essential components of computer vision. Optimization doesn't is not only required to improve a certain method, but suppose there are 100 features which are extracted in classifying tumor. How many features of those 100 features are most appropriate? That kind of optimization can also be, performed. That kind of optimization is also needed. Say in brain-computer interface, we are analyzing EEG data. When we are capturing EEG data for computer vision application in a brain computer interface application, there are number of channels, there are number of electrodes which are put over the scalp, the head. How many channels are appropriately required? That kind of feature selection, channel selection, the task involve optimization methods as well. So this is how we discussed in this lecture about the computer vision, especially highlighting on the major computer vision, major components